less room, same amount of players, and probably a lot more violence. And so keep letting us know who you're rooting for. I've seen a lot of Snakers love in the chat. I don't know if that's a reaction to the unofficial feud between he and Becker, but people, I see Krakens.
Ban the Snakers supporters.
Ban them.
Are you going after them all?
They're spreading misinformation that Snakers is a good player.
Oh, the backtrack. The backtrack's real. I respect it. I really do.
Oh, there's the boot camp. You called it, Sims. You see the
It's going to be horrible. Look at them all. They're like rats. This is going to be absolutely terrible. I mean, what? You got 10... About 10 people all going for the same position. And this is the problem. There's literally nowhere especially even more so. And I didn't really mention it before. With a flight path like this, it leads everyone towards the north. So the south's going to be, with it being smaller, you can long drop. That is the advantage of it. But 4, 5, 6 people already in boot camp. It's not a public match. When the public match, you're looking at 10, 15, 20. One player already down. Hefner's gone. Mountain, previously, the rat that was hiding in the cabin, finally gets a frag back at least. But I look at this map, and I just see players scattered. This is going to be a dungeon. There's going to be, oh my word, 1 HP in a dream. Bullet to the head keeps him alive, but for how long? The med kit's there, that's good for now. First aid will pop off, get himself back to 70% HP, but there's still players lurking in boot camp.
Absolutely, and far more players flew over boot camp than landed there, but already seeing some of that pay off as Isu, for instance, was one of the first players to be able to get some loot there. But there you go. Just they're so spread out in one sense, but in another sense, they are so close together.
Circle. It's been favorable to most of the map. LSAP still will keep going and holds down this position. With the circle putting it this way, it forces at least everyone into the corner. You got a little bit of water to the edge, so it keeps it it keeps this dynamic flowing with very, very close combat. Oh, there isn't the main head of players up here as well, which is interesting. It's a much quieter area, so pretty much from boot camp, anywhere down south, there's Kampong and several other places, even from the west side where Snickers is holding down in one of the military areas. Working your way through this, the edges are going to be awful. Playing the outskirts now is going to be a dangerous game, but it could also be a fruitful game. There is ample of opportunity for the more able, should we say, pro player to be able to mop up kills on arrival towards a circle if they can find a very good bottleneck. And I'm sorry, while you may have a gun, Tust Jamie, you don't have a helmet, you don't have a chest, but same could be said for the opposing side. Bye-bye, and that's the problem. No helmet, no chance to survive a bullet.
Yeah, quick math making quick work of Jamie, who was just completely undergeared and eventually outgunned. And we're watching definitely more activity in the kill feed, but certainly early on, these players are playing strategically because unlike us, Sims, they're playing with a lot on the line. They still know the leaderboard. They're still trying to make the right moves here. And Hanabi,
he's ready. He's ready. He knew. He absolutely ready. I mean, you saw it. He couldn't see that, so he's understood that there is a rock to the right-hand side. The pre-aim, or the pre-read, should I say, not in the pre-aim, but the pre-read to think the player's going to go run for the rock. The nade's down. It get the job done. Nice little read. Well, it's not a major kill, quote-unquote, anything flashy or fancy. It's a good read. Mountain Stream still going hard. We move over to Apes POV. Red dot on the back. Goes for it and gets the kill. Hanabi, after the fantastic read previously, doesn't survive any further. This one will stay his feet. We will continue. 75 players in play. Less than 5 minutes already in the game. This is a weird one, all right? Pizza Friday. It's a Saturday, but Pizza Friday is in a boat, and he's on the way to the north side of the circle. In the ways, I don't want to play any of these. I don't want to shoot any of these boys. I just want to get out of this fight altogether.
That's right, and juxtapose that to a player like Oldless, who's been a consistently cracked player. He's just making his way through this village here, knows that he's got at least one player on the outskirts. I think Oldless is coming for blood. He's got a little bit of fire, probably went out much earlier than he would have hoped to last round. I think he finished with 2 kills, but this is a player where we know he can put in some work.
party looking for the one tap. Be doable if he swings him in the head. Oldless wants to hold back. Sick Daddy down. Mountain Stream is actually racking up the frags now. Let's make note of that. That's either his third or fourth kill.
Yeah, I believe it's his third.
Still no tag here. Private Party really wants to go for it, but realizes the player. Left-hand side, beautiful swing to defend himself. That's a job well done. And Oldless like, you know what, fam? I'm not having any of this. Bye-bye.
Expert commentary from our Commodore, Mr. Becker.
It doesn't sound great, does it? It's not great.
And
oh no, I had myself
Becker,
muted in iMix. I screamed 69. No, I muted myself on stream. Great. Everybody, all the viewers missed my sweet jokes.
Oh man, well
I quit.
There's more where that came from, I suppose, but unfortunately for Oldless, there's not another game 3 as he just goes down in the kill feed. And with this many players back to back, you're getting shot from angles you didn't even know existed. Wooly playing the aggressor here on coin.
He's got to be careful. One player behind, one in front. LSAP still going. Hard in the kill feed. Got a couple earlier on. Wooly now. Might put the smoke down to cover the cross. Nope. Might even have been a fake as well. But he's going to try and swing around with the player with the K9 up top. Boss of money. If he can get eyes on the price of that, eliminate him first. No. Shut down. Outer is there. 1508 from behind with the AKM. Ends Wooly's life. And that is a horrible, horrible, horrible place to be playing, you dirty, filthy man.
Screenshot that with the slippers.
He sat on a bag of trash. Like, how... Oh, hate to see it.
It's in the name.
It's in the name.
Ape here taking shots. Sees Boss of Money. Boss of Money, of course, trying to loot coins. Body box there. Ape trying to catch him unawares, but he's going to back down. Interesting here.
Might be able to get the height advantage. If he can swing around this wall and put himself on the rocks. Boss of Money might not have tracked where he's going. He gets the body box and he gets the gear, but sadly, he may have the gear and no idea. He's lost track of where this player's gone. One would assume that maybe you check the backside, which he did. He swings up, but I don't think he's there just yet.
Just saw Crypto go down in blue. Sadly. Chris possibly robbed of that kill. Might have been in an engagement. I don't even know that he knows that he's dead. Wasn't paying attention, or is he going after Punk there?
We are going to make it with the Kekta. We'll see what he does. I'm going to hold it down.
Ooh, Ape does get the best of Boss of Money. You called it. Must have moved around to a better position. And we just saw Pixa8 go down in the kill feed. We're watching this absolute standoff in blue. There's only so long they can keep this up. Chris seems to be sitting pretty well on heels, but Wagme is slowly dying.
Coin's gone down. Coco's also fallen. Citizen, both of them. Iku also onto Goats, NFTs. Rather unfortunate he will fall. We are approaching the 50% halfway mark here for the players in play. NT Outer, Rise, Neo Tokyo just on the back as well, or Riz, excuse me. They will be making landfall rather shortly, but they need to be careful because those coastlines are going to be hella hot. Boot camp still. I think these are the players who dropped here originally, so they'll be absolutely geared to the nines. I mean, hell, that's a level 3 chest on this player individually. Looking over, might be able to catch him, but he has one good spot. Oh, doesn't realize he runs. He's going for the other player in front of him. Snakers. Bags 3 points in the kill feed. Oh! Sees him. Can't be doing anything. Oh, he got him. Was that in the vehicle? Your boy Biggie's dead.
Sprayed my guy right out of the vehicle. It be like that. Biggie!
He got him. That's a quick spray as well to take him out the vehicle like that. Oh,
those are great shots. Full speed. It's 3 shots at least for the kill. Deserves the points.
That's a job well done. That is a job well done. Another player falling down to a vehicle. They're all trying to hard transition. And these are all the players, I suppose, we're commandeering him for the kill onto Biggie, but the thing is, if they're coming out of the blue on the vehicles, they'll already be pre-damaged up. They'll already have been losing health, so they're all stragglers now. Just turning up from the blue zone in the vehicle, very weakened. These should actually, in theory, be easy frags for them and easy cleanups.
Yeah, and look, Chris is going to be coming out of the blue. Awakey might be aware that there's some more players. Might hold that position there. Chris is trying to get to full health before he steps out into what surely will be some kind of fight. Look at Miller stand to the west, deep in blue. In a vehicle, though, he's about to haul. Man, they are really taking their time in blue, and since I can only conclude that that's because of just the limited space in general on the map, that they might actually just feel safer taking a little bit of consistent damage rather than put themselves in the middle of a hornet's nest.
Hey, I think everyone else has noticed that Becker's six-pack is in the game. All right, look at that. Made top 50. Way to go. Where's Snakers? I don't think he made it. That's such a shame. I'm really torn up about that.
I think
the six-pack stays on.
He probably got taken out by a tree branch this time.
Oh my god!
There's some real hatred towards this name. Did like a snake hurt you in like a?
He sandhawked me when I was sleeping one night.
Oh my god!
Stop!
I'm really torn up.
We'll get that word muted in all the discords. Okay.
I know it's gonna be banned. It's gonna be.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
This channel, yeah.
They're Snakers.
Alive. Oh, well,
against all odds, Snaker is going to be in a relatively chill part of the map right now. Has a player to his immediate north. They don't see each other. Radmir and Ripper just playing the ring around the rosy there. All these players know that they're coming down towards the end of not only this map, but the tournament. Radmir gets the best of Ripper. Snaker gets the best of Negative, and he's taking control of his immediate area.
That's a good frag. That's a good return. Initial player had the upper hand. Negative should have put him down, but quick reflex comes through. That's a job well done. We have rats in play. We were expecting this with a map like this. We're expecting a few rats here and there, but there are going to be rats in abundance, given that there's still 42 players for this circle. On Sandhawk, it's a little bit unconventional, to say the least, and there's still an awful... Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Look who died. Look who's dead. Oh, no.
Pizza Friday takes out Becker's six-pack.
The irony that a pizza would take out your six-pack.
That is
really
actually
good.
Really funny. I enjoy that. I see the yucks.
Walled up. Hillside. Has to be careful because of how many players are going to be in abundance. Even from the distance, I don't think anyone's really rocking anything too long range at this moment in time, but there's someone creeping.
Wagme with the great response. I think he's going to take the aggression here. Waldo moves around the rock, trying to get the better position, puts himself back in blue. Both these players have hit shots on the other. Waldo's going to hope to be invisible in the grass. Wagme's hoping to outlast him. Neither of them have a ton of heals, so they're going to have to go for it. And Waldo wins from low ground, from the disadvantage, and he's going to make his way further into the map. But he's got a Wakey right there on top of him.
It's always going to be hard with the Saiga in his hand as well. The shotgun's not the greatest weapon in the world at this stage in the game. I mean, if he would have got the drop on him, it potentially could have happened. Paradise Resort becomes one of our pivotal areas now for the circle. Player runs in, no idea. A Wakey says wakey wakey. Takes out Wild Up. See you later, thank you very much, and bye-bye. Private Party. This was the sniper in the making. The previous one doesn't scrape in time. No health whatsoever. That's an easy one-tap and job done. Some nice loot here for Walker to try and gear up on. Still people outside of the blue, so you have to be aware of this. Pizza Friday with a VSS.
Of and all the one kill.
The most terrible weapons in the world, but if he gets a second, do it. Do it to him. Come on. Come on, I believe in the VSS.
Completely unaware. Yes.
Burn him.
Play. Oh my gosh. Pizza Friday on a little bit of a terror there. taking down Jammo, and of course Becker 6-pack sitting on the 2 kills, the 6 points. Definitely on the leaderboards here. This deep into the tournament, after this map, we'll have 1 more. This is where players are going to have to start doing the math to know whether or not they need to get the win. They need to push out all the way and pop off on some kills. And for some players, it's going to be the both and.
Still pretty clustered around this side. Thank you. That is a bullet to the dome. Damage 990. Takes out Davila. See you later. That's going to leave a mark in the morning. Citizen holding back out of here, just looking across on the side. Vector in hand. We'll see what kind of damage it can do with the...
I don't know if damage sees him.
I was wondering which way he was going to...
Oh, he knows.
To the smokes are up. He can at least get around. I mean, hell, he's thrown the molly down as well to try and distract him. Look at this. He's basically swung around him. He has no information whatsoever.
That's right. Both of them kind of guessing. Navigating in the 1v1. You love to see the tactics, though. You love to see some players not get shot in the back, not get camped from behind, but have the chance to play out a scenario like this.
Outer. Could be a solid nade as well to follow up. Fair amount of damage done off the back of it. Classic will keep on running. Crease looks up. Nade back to himself. If Outer runs downhill, it could be all kinds of problems. Spaceman goes down. Sif spots him. Damage done on Sniper Gunner, just on the outskirts as well. The blue is ticking. It's ticking hard. Should be able to get the...
Just barely.
First aid off, which he does, but instantly the health keeps on ticking down. Very little, very weak coming from the outside. That's an easy pickup for Sith.
And did we see that? Did Sith take out Spaceman as well? Is that a double there for him?
It is pretty much back to back. The gear's not great though. That's level 1s in abundance for Sith. I mean, thankfully you can pick up these stragglers with little health because survivability isn't looking great. If you're rocking the budget helmet, the biker helmet at this stage in the game, it does concern me. Damage keeps going with the Vector. That's another one in the kill feed for him. Benny and Awakey going toe-to-toe. Nade should go up and over. Damage is done in abundance, but there is a nade in response. Keeps him hot on his heels here. The 1v1 does continue onwards.
Right, trying to get the heels off. Peeking around the corner. Benny and Awakey. Mano-y-mano. Got the grenades primed. See who's got the better accuracy. Benny getting hit by that grenade. Awakey having the better of him. And he's got some health though. Poof, they're playing slow. They know it's at stake here.
He's throwing it a little bit too far. Must not realize it. Rock catches him in the open. One more bullet gets the job done. Keeps it clean for now.
But Awakey on top of the kill leaders. 5 kills, 15 points from kills alone. He's definitely got some momentum in this map. The huge surge from him in the standings if he's able to place high. Ooh. There goes Sith. As you predicted, the subpar gear is going to cost him. And there we see trade third party for third party.
Even more interesting about that one, he was flashbang, so that was just a complete ADS. Blind shot. Still gets the job done either way. The gear does not help him out this time round. Circle's closing in. Everyone's now playing edge. No one's outside of it. We do have a couple of rats that are going to be still lingering inside Paradise Resort. I think it's... I can't quite read the name from where I am here, but certainly one player is outside of the circle in comparison to the other two that are deep at the front side of Paradise Resort. Matt Hall is well and truly one with the bush. That's a level 3 helmet as well. He's got a tin can on his head, and this is going to be problematic. Awakey's no idea. You can't lose this one, Matt. You've got all the time in the world. It's sketchy, and it's close. The gear does keep him alive, but that was very much touch and go.
Yeah, when you're seeing HP like that, health that close, it's got to be the percentage deductions from the gear. I mean, Matt just barely scraped by and took down one of the major players on the map. Love the bird's eye view we get in these tournaments. We get to see players, they're closer to each other than we think. Snakers is going to take that that kind of obvious kill there. We saw them both kind of moving towards each other. Snaker's just a better shot.
We're into the top 10 now. I'm not sure if this is the... I could be wrong. I think this is the highest Snakers has managed to make it thus far. I can't remember the previous one on the last round of Erangel.
Yeah, he keeps getting close to the edge.
I pepped him up. I pepped him up.
Pep talk.
Oh, he doesn't know. There's a camper, and it does not matter. Snakers with a little jump scare, able to hit the headshots. Ether Viking regretting he ever woke up in the morning. Oh, my gosh. Great reaction by Snakers.
Yeah, that's a banging little wiggle as well. The accuracy there just completely decapitates him, but he is on the back foot. The circle's moving, and he's got players in front of him. This is Snakers' opportunity to pick up some serious points. You can see Outer and William side by side, either one opposing side of the wall. There could be a vert near that comes into play, or maybe even a little low ball over the wall. Oh. Snakers should have been spotted here.
Outer misses him.
Make some no. Oh,
he saw him, but he didn't see him.
Peripheral vision. He didn't quite have it. Now he's across from this one. William staring through the wall, hoping for the best. Snakers won't. Now he does. Outer straight onto Dragon. Dragon goes down. This is where Snakers has to survive here. There's still two of them looking at a different point, but they're both looking up towards him. Which one do you go for?
Gosh.
Who do you aim at first? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Catches out and running around. Needs to switch instantly to the one behind the rock. He's some idea. Nade off the back wall could be absolutely fantastic. Williams about to get damaged with a second nade follow-up as well. Snakers still going here. Has to switch towards the gun to try and get the job done. Oh my word, William. How are you alive?
Snaker throwing everything at him, but it's worth it, and he goes on top. 6 kills for Snaker, taking out not one, but 2 players. We're kicking back into Ape, and we're seeing the map earn its namesake. A lot of Hawks going around, okay? There's a lot in the air right now.
A lot of damage being done. 5 players alive. Very little health on many of them. Up against the blue as well. Forced to move. Not really too much to go. They're all within this open band against one another. Ape has been spotted. Has to look down, but no health on the opposing player that tagged him. The blue has done its damage. One good molly on the floor should burn him alive. I don't think it's tagged him. It hasn't. He just misses.
Just off.
And he gets the first aid as well. Good grenade. Hopefully, both of them aiming for the same principle here. They transfer back and forth. How much damage will be done? Snakers goes down. It's Elsap to get the frag. Elsap to get the second one. Outer also falls, and we move into the top 3.
The Snakers got killed, did he? Ah, what a shame.
And Elsa with the 6 kills, taking over from Snakers with first place. Second place overall for damage as well. He's been moving. We haven't seen much out of this player so far in this tournament. He maybe was waiting for a crack in the armor, a breach in the meta to make his move in this tournament, because he's taking over by storm. But not for long.
Yeah, he was doing well, but El Sharp shut down instantly. Ape's there to try and find this one final player. Round the corner. Extremely difficult name for me to pronounce, so I'm not going to bother at this point. We'll just see how this one plays out in a 1 versus 1.
They see each
other. The high ground becomes vital here, John, I feel.
Absolutely. Not many grenades. And Ape's inventory is going to get the initial shot. And there it goes.
The quick peek, the lean, the shots back and forth, and it gets the job done. The 7.62 comes out and prevails. 5 frags in the bag, and 50-point win for Ape. That is a big GG.
Ape with the 5 kills. Makers holding up with 6. Ooh, great movement there. Benny taking some long shots here in the replays. Private Party is definitely one of the players that I think we've seen some insane accuracy out of. I'd love to have seen him go farther in some of these matches. He's just never quite been able to make it into the top 10.
I think that could be potentially the biggest point win we've had so far. And if my math is correct, that's a 65-point win. Ooh. That is, unless it was different, unless there was 6 kills in the previous round of Erangel, I'm mistaken. I do apologize, but that's a pretty big, heavy-hitting win. That's going to give them some really solid points going forward. I'm interested to see how the overall leaderboard's going to stand out now with some of our, our winners. We've got 3 winners, but how have they done in the rounds that they didn't win? Have they had good consistency? Have they been in the top 10? Have they been owning those points, been able to keep it up there and within arm's reach of one another? I don't think we're going to have anyone running away with it just quite yet, but the you know, all roads come to an end at some point. There's only one more map to go. If you don't have a win just yet, this is the last chance to dance.
Yeah, and now we're going to see players, again, they play conservative. They play aggressive. What's going to be the mix? Because if you lean too far back, you get no kills and you just die midway through the game. You wasted everything. But if you hot drop, you try to burn through a lobby, you could cost yourself 50 points in the win. And all these players have something on the line. These are some big prizes that Neo Tokyo has been able to put up for us. Becker was talking to us about it earlier, that these are some items that people wouldn't have any other access to. Well, I'm out of breath from that game. I do have to say that despite some of the heat he's gotten, Snaker's definitely had the top plays in my book. He wasn't able to take it, but some of the shots that we were able to see from him were quite entertaining.
Look, I appreciate it. Becker's just trying to give him a really, you know, he's trying to give him a boost of confidence.
I motivated him. I saved his life there. If I didn't have him up Rocky style, he wouldn't have done that. He owes me some money.
A motivational speech. I respect it. I respect it. But
ham.
yeah, I mean, if he wants to get the win though, John, there's only one more game that we have on his hands to be able to do it.
That's right. And chat, we love you so much. It's been such a fun time. And what a unique event that we've been able to put on for the community. We want to give a special shout out for anyone who's just jumping in from the Twitch front page. We're so glad that you're here. Make sure to stay around for the conclusion. Our last game, our 4th game of 4. Before we head into that action, we are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because it's just heating up.
Glistens off the streets. Rainfall washes away the memories in binary. Salvation bathes us in its glow. We look up to the sky and dream of Neo Tokyo. Let go, take flight. Dreams begin to reignite. So clear, so bright, we're glowing in the dead of night.
Ladies, gentlemen, diamond baguettes, rats, snakers, we got everyone here, Sims. It's been such an interesting blend of different parts of the internet coming together to compete for some really special prizes in such a unique competition. And now we're coming up in our final conclusion, our 4th of 4 maps, and I honestly still feel like it's anyone's game to a degree, Sims.
Yeah, I mean, for those that have won a map so far, we know they've got a 50-point advantage across all others, right? Let's not beat about the bush here. That's 150 points, which is split between 3 of them instantly. What you need to see now, what we need to be looking for in the kill feed, is to see if either of those 3 drop early. If they're starting to drop early, this gives an advantage to others that have been consistent. This gives an advantage to those that have been up in the top 10, managed to sustain those points from both placement and kills, and maybe, just maybe, they can strike at the final hurdle, pick up a win, and jump those other players. But again, this is all a mathematical decision now. We're in this endgame scenario where people have already banked their points. They're on a safety net. They've got these wins. They've got the frags underneath them. They've built themselves a barrier. They need to go down earlier, or if they don't, the other teams, or other players, should I say, that want to jump them, they have to get a win now. That is a massive barrier to get through. We're going back to Sanhok once again. Like, you saw what it was. It's a flash in the pan. You look away for a second and you're dead. You've got to be quick on your toes here. You've got to have a certain amount of luck on your side. If you've got a lot of players in your vicinity, it's not the easiest thing to overcome, but there's still a chance to win this whole thing.
That's right. But the highest kills by our estimate, we were talking about this during the break, I don't think we've seen anyone top 6 kills yet, which is a lot of kills. But at the same time, it's totally doable for some of these players to make some massive sweeps, but they're going to have some of all the right things coming to them, coming together for them, as you mentioned, Sims. We are going to be showing you guys the final scores here in a little bit, but right now what's important to focus on is the players that you need to win. What's important to focus on is enjoying this next little bit of action as we prepare for this final map again. We're heading into the smaller of the 2 maps that we've been playing in today's competition, and I love some of the fast-paced action. Players that are just dropping in, what did they miss this first time that we hope that they don't miss the second time in this map?
The one thing that will be on a more benefit, let's say, towards the side of this map that we go into. Look, we can talk about flight paths all we want. You can jump out of the plane anywhere at this point, and with this level of map and the size of it, you can kind of get to where you want to be. So it's hard for me to say, well, you know, we had a northern plane path last time. On bigger maps, much more impactful. Something like this, we've got a central map. Honestly, for me, look, it's the last chance to dance. I just want everybody to drop boot camp. I want 60 players in boot camp, smashing the living bats the hell out of one another. Give us some mad action. It's the last match. Give us some mad, greasy, wild action.
There it is. And if it's me, Sims, I'm dropping where I know I'm going to get a gun, which that doesn't narrow the playing field anywhere. I just hate to die without a gun in my hand. And luckily, these players at least have that chance to loot up. But we're seeing a lot of early drops here, trying to play far away. They didn't listen to you, Sims. They're not going to boot camp, although some of them could stretch to there. But we're seeing these players immediately get out of the plane. They want to get their feet on the ground. They want to get a gun in their hand. They want to get some armor on their body, because this is game 4 of 4 with over $250,000 in prizes on the line.
And that final sentence there is what rests on the shoulders of these individual players. Necessarily might not be for them, but there's also going to be a lot of people in the guilds that are looking towards this as well. There are people staring at them. There's pressure on them now to perform. This is the last chance to perform, and you have to throw everything to it. We're already going to have early engagement. That's players dropping straight into boot camp on the roof. You've got 4 or 5 within the small vicinity. Paige already on it. We're less than a minute into the game. One's already dead. This is the dynamic of Sanhok. Get ready for more. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Helmet, gone. At least we can do something here. We're away for it for now with Keylogger. Chest as well. Upgraded to the 2 on the helmet. Has to still be aware of the potential. Aldless, one of our strong competitors, has gone down early.
Oh, what a horrible way. As well as UMP in the kill feed was in, I believe, second place.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You see,
So
this is what I love about BRs. Is it's just anything can happen. Becker 6-pack with the close quarter combat, taking out Guest.
Oh, look at him
Pizza
go.
Fry in the kill
Impressive.
feed as well. These two are made for each other.
Pizza
What
Friday
good moves.
with a revolver? I never even seen that gun in PUBG in years. What is this? And it's
made
kind of the whole
history.
dynamic. What in the world?
Well, Sims, this is
All
what
right.
I love about these types of events that blend casual and competitive, because there are moments where just simply because of what people are used to via the meta, they forget to think about certain things, and you're able to see some weird things happen, some unique things that you just wouldn't normally see in a normal competitive setup.
I mean, look at this, using the terrain to their advantage, looking for the rafters underneath the bottom of the house. He's been shot in the back. Okay, this gives a small window of opportunity for Roth to utilize this to realize, okay, there's a third party in abundance. I have to be aware here. But I also have to be aware that there's a body bag. No helmet. Make note of that. One bullet. He's out of the lobby. He's out of the competition. The body bag's under there to give him that level of sustainability. Biggie's back in the kill feed. That's what we like to see. Viking previously had his face completely demolished. Takes out one away key. We saw him in the kill feed previously. Did quite a lot of damage done. Vegas onto Waldo. That's an interesting one to say the very least. Vegas showing some signs of life once again. Hanabi, previously with the nades, did pretty damn well. Private Party this time will go crashing out, sadly. No M24 work this time round. Hanabi, though, 13 points HP. Oh, what?
Yep, I saw it coming. Not because it makes sense, but because Hanabi is just that good. All he needed was a fraction of a second, peeking around the tree, putting them in a body bag, looting his body box. Gosh, that was a good shot.
See, this is what I really like now. Can you imagine the holders, what Alex was speaking about, the S1, the S2 holders, the guilds that are currently watching this? If that's one of their players now, they've got 13, like, you know, what's going through your mind? You've got 13 HP, like, shit, our player's done for. Yes. He pulls a snapshot like that, rips the player's face off with full health, and now he continues on. This is what I like about this whole dynamic with the Neo Tokyo setup, is that it is a community vibe. It is this currently, while these are all solos, they are playing for a bigger picture in the Discord and in the project.
And this is the thing that anyone in the world right now who's sleeping on NFT, on esports, is missing the greater implications of what can happen from the click of a mouse in the middle of a PUBG game. Futures just shifted because Hanabi just peeked around that tree. We're seeing a lot of Krakens in the chat. Certainly a lot of Rat Love, Diamond Baguette. People are holding strong for their guilds
Diamond
in the
baguettes.
chat.
What's the Diamond Baguette?
I don't know. So I started screaming at people that sell their NFTs in this one other NFT group, and I call them baguette hands because there's diamond hands in crypto, and then there's baguette hands because they're wee little French boys, and they drop their baguettes. I don't know. Nothing against French people. Just sounds funny. But anyways, I call them baguette hands, and I guess someone said diamond baguettes, and I let them name their guilds. So now we have it. I don't understand half the things that come out of there, but it's pretty cool.
I love it. It's a beautiful ecosystem. We're seeing such a wide range of people a part of your community, Becker, just like the wide range of people in this game. We just saw, did you see the full prone shotgun door camper kill just there?
Yeah.
Straight through the window. That's sick. That is absolutely sick.
Oh, I missed my 69 call. Damn it. I keep...
You're off your game. No six-pack and no 69.
I'm having a terrible day.
Hey, look, I think is six-pack still alive? Is he still alive and kicking?
Oh, look, he's down there in the southeast.
Right, okay, we can still keep him.
Guy.
Let's send all the
He's
vibes
way
and
out of the
positive
circle.
energy.
That's not good where he's at, is it?
Hey, look, quick mass 69. There's 69 there. You can go with that one.
Yeah.
And some people pull for hooligans now. Maybe they feel a little bit underappreciated, under shouted out. We see you. Ragnar, who you've called out previously, Sims, is one of the better professional players here. Haven't seen him been able to string together a victory, though, or even a higher kill game. You know that he's feeling it right now. The pressure went into it with some high expectations, as any good player does. And right now, Ragnar is probably a little sweat, perspiration, as he's got a long-range 1v1 against Sevilla.
Brief moment of pause. 40 seconds till circle starts to Encroaching his position. We'll spot him in with the cactus. Oh my word, 1 HP, and he still puts the bullet through the side of the temple. That is just making sure the man is dead. Develop, buried, gone. Rather unfortunate. Zach on the opposing side, boss of money. On to Pixar. Oh. One of our winners. Dead outside of the top 50. Now that does line us up for an interesting metric because basically with Pixar, he's now reliant on all the points that he picked up previously. He's out of the competition.
Yeah, and this early in the game, you can imagine maybe got 1, maybe 2 kills, but certainly didn't leave this lobby with many points. And now he has to hope, wait, pray, breathe, meditate, and just honestly beg the gods above that this doesn't turn against him, that there's a player unbeknownst, unheard of, that somehow rises up to take enough points to quell his enemies. But I don't know. If I'm Pixa, I'm nervous.
Honestly, everyone should be nervous at this stage with how much on the line.
Even we see Snakers sitting in a clubhouse.
Whoa, around the corner. Splash damage got him. Bit unfortunate, but still goes down. Decent nade rolls down the hill. Goats and Trust Jamie out of the running for now.
And that's the second map in a row we've seen Jamie just low health, low gear. It begs to point that the looting phase is very important. There's a little bit of RNG to it, right? But players certainly need to be able to have enough meds, enough armor, and the right weapons to be successful here.
Silly mode down, but not out. Holds his gun. Opts to not go for the heal and instead go for the kill. And it turns out all right. Rich Connor just skirting the edge of that circle and playing it ever so steady. Mountain Stream with some more kills well in the kill feed. Another DB. Slavic down. Big old shotgun comes into play. Boss of money working his way up heavily in the blue here. I think, nope, excuse me, silly mode is the furthest away from the main head of the circle here. Page will go down. Rich Connor finally shut down. But still out towards Paradise. We do have an ongoing battle.
Roth goes down.
Classic. That's 2 frags back to back.
There's Becker's 6-pack on the edge in the boat. Feels the pressure that he's carrying, not just the namesake of a guild or an individual, but of Mr. Becker himself. Yeah. Wants to make it to the end circle. You know it.
He needs to. We need to give him hacks or something.
He's got water to play with, but it's whether or not when he hits the coastline, he realizes that there will be play. I'm saying that the coastline's completely clear. We might have a bit
I mean, I don't think people are looking for the boat. I think it's a smart move. I don't think anybody knows he's out there.
There is 2. There is a second boat next to him, so he could actually die by someone in the sea, funnily enough.
Oh, my.
Founder fan coming right up behind Wagme. We've gotten to see Wagme in a couple different situations. He's certainly a good player, but no good player can beat getting shot in the back. And Sims, I don't know why he's not checking over his shoulder a little bit.
Becker's 6-pack just got killed by his own car, I feel.
What the heck? What?
Yep. I'm just looking at it now.
What just happened?
Looking at it.
Oh, no.
Did he run himself over?
I think he may have got off the boat and it may have actually twatted him on the back of the head.
Oh, my. Oh,
No.
my.
Potentially.
God.
Potentially.
And Becker, maybe you can explain this, but we're starting to see a little bit of a warrior surge in the chat. Might have a player that's still in it, but they're coming on strong.
They're screaming. Let's see what we got going on in here. Well, we'll just have to see. I'll have to tally up and see which guild won after this this event. They really need to start yelling out their players' names so we know. Oh.
Well, and the exciting thing, and you could obviously fill in the details on this, Becker, but these are just getting started. I mean, these are only a couple events into it, and just really the sky's the limit and some of the things that we can build in the NFT and esports space, and we're on the ground level.
Oh, it's definitely the future. I rant about it all day on Twitter. I'm pretty vocal about the stuff coming in the metaverse and NFTs and the things it enables and stuff like this. It's just damn cool. It's just damn incredible. And it's cool to see so many people picking up. This tournament went a lot smoother than last one, which was crab games. That was a clusterfuck. It was funny, though.
It's usually ends up with the best scenario, right? When it's a bit
Yeah,
messy.
Oh, crab games was disaster, but I loved it.
Well, and it, it comes back to what do people enjoy watching. And if we can create an experience that might be a little chaotic on the operations standpoint, if it's fun to watch, that's what I love to cast. And this has been even the pivot to the smaller map here, so we can give our viewers at home a little bit of a spicy concoction here.
A spicy sandhawk.
A spicy sandhawk. A spicy and
it's now bleeped off Twitch. Now bannable offense.
TOS.
They have to add it.
Lord.
Oh, Hazel, you see him making this potential cheeky play. I believe he knows that Sounder's behind him, laying down in the blue. We'll see, hopefully, in the kill feed, or if we're able to get back to him to see how he's able to make the most out of this little bit of a hide-and-go seek.
We've got 2 players towards the north. Actually, 2 sets of teams, to be fair. 2 one-on-ones that are going to be imperative as we work forward of that crate. I think Boss of Money may have just spotted it, the vehicle to what transitions towards center. We got Classic, we got Snakers, we got Chris, and I think it's Beebing, all towards the central point on this circle. So good position for them for now. They can get the lay of the map, the lay of the land, then get the best prime spot that they want for this next circle to update. We do have an abundance of people down south. This is what we're looking at right now in the blue. Everyone is going to be hurting. This is messy. This is very, very scrappy for any player that wants to work his way across. Smokes will go down in the middle. Zach, the first victim, towards this onslaught as they try and cross the road. Prue looks around the corner. Good reload, but not good enough against the Saiga. Has to be a quick med on the opposing side. The damage is done. The M24 is there to try and fend off, but Sounder is in not the soundest of positions. The blue is hurting, and there's no meds to save him.
And Sounder, of course, was that play we were watching earlier. Caught in the blue. He got the better of Hazel, but goes down to the blue. And Lom is taking Kelly at range. Pizza Friday taking out John. We're seeing kill for kill being had here as we conclude game number 4 of 4.
It's coming down. Top 30 has engaged. Circles move more towards the south. It brings in Camp Alpha. You've got some outskirts, some ruins, actually some topography that you can play with more on the eastern side. You can run off the ruins, but you do have 2 players already in abundance just chilling there and waiting. Biggie onto Outer Citizen will fall. Top 25 we go. Sick Daddy had a few poor rounds thus far. 1 frag in the bag is looking for Crypto Vamic himself, who's also not had the greatest of days thus far. Important one-on-one for these 2. Remember, we are in our final round, but he's going to run up the hill. Gives himself a window of opportunity, but misses it. Needs to capitalize now while he's down to about 60% health. Good wiggle, good read, but damage has been done on both sides. Does finally confirm the frag.
Sick Daddy getting those
go off. Take it away.
first 2 shots, but I got nervous for him. I got really nervous when he wasn't able to finish. That Snaker's still in the map. Oof. IT4I just goes down. I was going to say, we haven't seen much of him either. Demon AGC, another player we haven't gotten to see too much out of, picks up his first kill of game number 4. And he's feeling good about it, Sims. He's feeling good. He survived the rotation thus far. And he's got a little bit of a journey, though. Snaker's there. He's playing for the win.
I suppose he has to be careful with Null down below him. If he realizes that he's got level 3. I mean, the AUG, so I'm assuming he's attacked the crate. And he has. Look at that. Big backpack, big helmet, big chest. Big gear, big boy, away we go. So he should be able to fend off Snakers, but Snakers' individual skill might shine through here. So I understand the slight passive pause that he's doing in that watchtower. Pizza Friday, by the way, is also lingering towards that battle. Snakers doesn't know if he drops down here. He's just going to be mopped up, but I don't put Snakers out of it by any means. The man individually is an absolute beast, whether or not he's got level 3 gear or not. He does have the level 3 chest, so he can fight this, but there's blue damage. Null Down's looking this way. Has he been spotted? Yes, he absolutely has. Sees him. The snake in the grass, but it's on the opposing side. Nay goes down. Pressure push comes in. Should do a fair amount of damage. It's a GG. Null Dow will go down, and now it's on to the next one. We've got Pizza Friday on his backside, but I don't think he's aware of that.
No, and no doubt to his credit, was able to get some shots off, but it was too little, too late. Snakers landed the nade, and there really wasn't much left to the story. Be interesting to see what happens here. Pizza Friday, from what we can tell, has been a player that's consistently made it, but we have not heard of previously to today. And now he stands to be at the flank of a known PUBG rock star, and this is the beauty of Battle Royale community competition. Pizza Friday could be giving Snakers a sad Saturday. Oh. He lost him. He doesn't see him in the peripheral.
It's very tense, isn't it? It's all, even the battlefield's kind of gone a little bit quiet with just some odd gunshots in the distance. It's actually all towards Camp Alpha. Good nade goes off.
Down to this.
That's all it is. 17 alive. You've got 3 that are locked inside Alpha that all have to come out. Chris is there. Snakers, Pizza Friday. They're all getting lined up. Essentially, musket line coming out of Alpha. There's nothing you can really do about it. You've got to cross an open walkway. So while Alpha was a good place to spot now, it's ultimately become a tombstone for many others. They're locked inside. There's nowhere to go apart from an open runway.
Just going to be chopping away there. Snakers getting shot. Doesn't see his opponent. Doesn't stay around to find out. Knows that right now it's an important rotation. Biggie goes down from the storm. Snakers is safe but not secure. Has enough time to pop a med, but knows there's players all around him. I like his odds for now. Gonna get the kill on Chris. We saw that coming. We knew it was written in stone, but the real question is, can he make it up the hill? And no, he cannot. Snakers goes down from height, from the enemy he never saw. And that's it. Game 4. Snakers is out.
I'm so sad. Just torn up.
We were giving him good vibes and we're hoping that we could, you know, keep going up the kills and the leaderboard with him. But unfortunately, it's not to be as we approach our final 12 for the final matchup. Classic, previous with the last kill. Does find himself a crate as well, so any level 3 gear needed upgrading, he can easily get that. He's tanked up now, AKM in hand, mini in the back pocket, meds in abundance, 2 nades as well. The gear is there. 3 kills also. A win for any of these players now is absolutely pivotal. It's vital for all those watching at home that are pinning themselves on these points for their guilds, for their players. This is it. This is the home stretch.
All come down to this 11 players, and I'm going to predict it, chat. I think we're going to see a little bit of a slow roll. They know what's at stake, and you can critique them all you want on how they're playing it, but we have over $100,000 on the line. Outer 1508 goes down. Hearing the quiet pitter-patter of rats, of baguettes, of people in between.
The baguettes look.
Baguettes. Oh, a diamond-encrusted baguette, imagine. Classic, good lead. Good read also. AKM, decent. Actually, nice spray control, to be fair. Only one of the bullets tagged, but it does kick like a meal. Pizza Friday goes down, runs, unfortunately, into Give It, sees it, and takes his chance. Lilac on the back lines realizes that shots have been in abundance towards his side, so he's been very precarious. Don't want to go running up there. Give It may have some sort of an awareness. He just skims him. Easy stand up. That's a 1-2, thank you. Give It picking up frags at the correct time. Blue's here, though, and is forced to move, and that is quite an open valley that he has to wander down. The stims will have to go off. Gives him a little bit of a speed increase. As Classic, with an absolute fantastic level 3 skin, still hunting, still looking for more. The man smells blood. And this could be his opportunity to win it all.
That's right. Picking up with Vegas here. Didn't see much out of him in game number 3. But, of course, was brought towards the very brink. Second place in game number 2. Finds himself back again. Silly Mode's going to pick out Give It. That's a huge Classic goes down. Already, we just saw 2 players with a lot of momentum. Swinging down to 6. Vegas finishing Outer Citizen. Sitting on 3 kills. going for the W. Bibbin, familiar player, Silly Mode, Sick Daddy Kane. But we've got some players still in it that we have yet to see make it this far, and you know their blood is pumping. They are on the edge of their seat as they crawl their way towards hopefully a first place.
Who we got here? Oh, you might get a pair of socks. Vegas is still in.
It's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, the only
pair
reason.
of socks.
Yep.
Clothing's hard to buy these days, all right?
Yeah.
Karas waiting. Silly Mode down. Last 4. Bibbin on the opposing side. Mini's out. Karas is looking. Shotgun if anyone wants to come in close combat. You'd assume he just goes for the M4 given that it's out. The nade's here. Does Bibbin know he's inside this room? If he does and the nade goes in, he tries to get it. He's traded off with the nades in there. It's it. He gets the death kill. He gets the kill from the grave. It goes into a 1 versus 1.
Versus Vegas.
Socks are on the line.
Oh, barely, narrowly misses Vegas. Sick Daddy Kane has a good position. Vegas has the blue at his back. The battle behind the trees. Loses sight of him for a second. Trading shots.
Daddy needs a new pair of socks. Come on.
Oh, Sick Daddy Kane takes down Vegas. Vegas placing
No socks.
second place again, and no socks. No socks for Sims. Oh my
Socks to
word.
be you. All right, I'm banned from the stream now.
Sucks.
Have to do with shoes only today, but that's totally fine because ultimately it was a fantastic, what a wild ending. Like the trade-off, I think there was 3 kills in the span of like 3 seconds. The shot, he gets the nade off towards the end. It lands inside the little shanty shack that he's holding and takes us straight into a 1 versus 1. That's the shot you were on about earlier on where he just tries to peekaboo up through the little hole with the DB. But overall, a fantastic means to a fantastic end. That was a damn good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was pretty exciting.
Oof. Yeah, we went from top 10 to top 1 very, very quickly. Honestly, much faster than I thought. I think these players just saw an opportunity, a window, when they took it. That great long-range nade from 2 testicles taking down Jamie.
So what are you thinking then, Alex? Is this what you were wanting from PUBG for your players and your
I
fans?
think we got exactly what we wanted. I think everybody really enjoyed it. Absolutely the type of event we were looking to do. Very happy with it.
Oh,
it does. That is the one strong thing about PUBG. Like there are so many different dynamics and circumstances, and I don't think it's just PUBG as a whole, but like the general battle royale scenario, being able to throw players into a map and just let them loose on one another, like it can kick up so many different circumstances, so many different things, and you're tracking all the points and stuff. I mean, myself, I'm very intrigued to see who's won this all. Because we've been going so fast, it's hard to keep consistency and make a note of all where players are going to be aligned. You know, in the top 50, we know that the point system works from the top 50 onwards. I suppose as well, everyone who's watching at home within the Discord and within their respective guilds and such, like there's quite a lot on the line here, and tensions are going to be, it's intriguing to see who's going to take this whole thing home.
And
Yep.
Becker, correct us if we're wrong, but regardless of placement, people are going to walk away with something. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Obviously,
everybody gets an NFT, but again, the rarity is determined by their placement. I mean, the lowest item on the original S1 is still worth like $5,000. So,
which is not bad for a day playing PUBG.
Yeah, no.
That is pretty great.
Still good. It's still good. Everybody walks away with something.
And it's
Happy
important to
days.
note.
Yeah.
It's important to note that these 100 players fought their way through a few thousand other players yesterday in our offline qualifiers, and so they've certainly earned their weight in NFTs. And we're tallying up to see who the champion is, and it's been such a great time, Sims, passing alongside of you, the different action, getting Becker's backseat commentary, which at times was the most flavorful thing that we had coming down the pipe. And we've seen big plays. We've
guys,
had our memes, had our fun. That's been a great day of PUBG.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been nice to get back on the mic. To be honest with you, it's been a hot minute since I've done anything like this. We're taking a look at all the admins in the back, and just going through all the score lines so we can make sure that we know exactly who's going to be coming out on top when all this is said and done. But ultimately, yeah, there's so many different things that are going to be within this. There are elements of RNG, and that's why we play a more broader and more, it's not just a one and done scenario, best of one and have done with it. You've got more there. I suppose my only real final question before we go through the winners while the admins are doing all their work to make sure everything's in the back. I'll kind of pass this one back to Alex a little bit. Like these items and such, Alex, what's they'll get all their items now. We've obviously had the first one with the crab games previously. They'll get their items now from this event. What's the next stage for those items, and what's the next stage after this event?
Yep, in 2 weeks we're going to be having the next event. That's where people are going to be getting their land, and so then the S2s will combine their identity codes, their item codes, and their land codes. I know it sounds like I'm speaking witchcraft right now. They'll combine those all together, and that will make their NFT, which you can actually see right below this video. That's the final outcome of the S1s on right below the Twitch channel. That also being said, the rarity of them also determines a lot of things like what they get in future drops from Neo Tokyo and future things I'm not really going to mention yet. It's kind of a whole mystery of what things result in what. And the outcomes of having the rarer top NFTs. But for example, the elites or the top 500 NFTs in the original Neo Tokyo drop, they have a lot of benefits versus the other. Yeah.
Well, we are prepared to give you guys a champion. Mr. Becker, sir, would you like to do the honors? It's been amazing getting to see these players go back and forth from the points of the kills to the final victors at the end of the match. I think we certainly saw some of the more experienced players come out on top at the end of these games, but we saw some newer PUBG players get their licks, some close quarter shotgun combat, some weird camping. We had it all.
We did, and as you mentioned, I think the points are already in the back, so I think it's only fair to let Alex announce the winners.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, grand champion. I'm just gonna butcher all these names. Entouter 2003. There you go. Yeah, you get the rarest NFT. Whoever you are.
There it is. Our game one champion, NT Outer. You have won. Congratulations. We saw a lot of love for him in the chat, Alex, and so he's certainly already well loved with inside of your community. And so it just makes sense that you'd see him come out on top. Great job, Alex. Cool. Break it down for us. What does NT Outer and the community have to look forward to?
Yeah, so basically, guys, I think that basically wraps up the tournament. Very exciting. We're going to be distributing. We're going to be ranking up everybody based on how they position all the 3,000 players from yesterday, everybody in these tournaments. We're going to be ranking up and determining everybody's position. And then on Monday, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking all the rankings, putting it in order, and you will be able to pick up your items based on where you place that. It'll be based on your identity, not your wallet. So you have to be holding your identity number, and it will match up and sync with that. That being said, guys, we have another tournament coming up here in 2 weeks. I'm not sure the game we'll be playing, but it will be equally as interesting. And that also being said, I think that basically sums everything up for today. I think we had a pretty damn good tournament this time, a little bit more structured than last time. And, Sim, John, do you guys have anything to add?
Me personally, just thank you for having us here. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. Guys. It's been nice to, me personally, I'm within NFTs, so it's actually nice to kind of see that crossover of gaming and NFTs on this kind of come together, so to speak, on a different platform. So, love it, love the project, love what's going on. It's onwards and upwards, let's say.
Yeah, and very cool. And also, big thanks to Twitch again, putting us on the front page.
Thank you, Twitch.
First NFT tournament ever in the history of NFTs when it comes to games. So, big ups to Twitch for helping us with that. Thank you to all of our sponsors as well from last time. That being said, guys, I think this one's a wrap. Thank you for watching, everybody. Mega appreciation to everybody who was involved, all of our players, talent, people running this in the back end. I got nothing else to say. I'll see you guys next time.